Once upon a time, in a kingdom surrounded by deep forests and shining lakes, there lived a kind king and his 7 sons. The princes were brave, handsome, and loved each other dearly. But after their mother, the queen, passed away, the king grew lonely and decided to marry again. The new queen was beautiful, but her heart was cold and filled with jealousy. She could not bear to see the king love his sons more than her. So, one day, she used dark magic and turned the 7 princes into white swans. With a flap of their wings, they flew away, leaving the kingdom silent and empty. But the youngest in the royal family was their sister, a sweet girl named Elisa. When she learned what had happened to her brothers, she ran into the forest to find them. After days of wandering, hungry and tired, she found a small pond, and there, 7 beautiful swans landed before her eyes. As the sun began to set, the swans turned back into her brothers for a few short moments. Elisa cried with joy and hugged them tightly. Her brothers told her that they could only be human for 15 minutes each evening before the sun set. The curse could only be broken if she made 7 shirts from starflowers and did not speak a single word until they were done. If she spoke, they would remain swans forever. Elisa nodded. She promised not to say a single word. She went deep into the forest, found the star-shaped flowers, and began her long, silent work. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Her fingers bled, her eyes grew tired, but she never spoke a word. One day, a prince from a nearby kingdom found Elisa sleeping among the flowers. She was so beautiful and peaceful that he took her to his castle. But because Elisa could not speak, everyone thought she was strange, even a witch. The people began to whisper, and soon, the prince's advisors demanded she be punished. Still, Elisa stayed silent. Her love for her brothers was stronger than fear. On the very day she was to be judged, she finally finished sewing the last shirt. As she was led to the courtyard, 7 swans flew down from the sky. Elisa threw the shirts over them, one by one, and as the last shirt touched the final swan, they transformed back into her brothers. Everyone gasped in awe. The curse was broken. Elisa could finally speak again, and she told the story of the evil stepmother and her long, silent journey. The prince realized her pure heart and asked her to stay as his queen. The 7 brothers lived happily beside her, and peace returned to the land. And so, from silence came love, and from sorrow came joy. Sometimes, the greatest magic is not in words, but in the strength of the heart.